Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Ray here, back for another Transformers Transformation review thingy on this beautiful Boxing Day. Nearly said Boxing Day. What the fuck? Boxing Day, Bank Holiday Monday. Excuse me. Thank you very much. Let's move straight on, shall we? I think we should. Look at this, chap. This is Transmetal 2 Waspinator. Now, the reason I'm doing them is because quite often when you get the old Transmetal 2s, they have a transport mode. But you know, the prime examples of really bad ones, well, the most obvious, which should be the most interesting and the most effective, is Transmetal 2 Megatron. And of course, it's a, it's a fantastic bot. We all know it's a beautiful bot and it's a beautiful alt mode, and the transformation, while a little tricky, is fun. But the tertiary mode, the transport mode, sucks shit from Satan's armpit big time. And they usually do. They usually would have loved to have seen Beast Wars 2, Beast Wars Transmetal, excuse me, Black Arachnia. She's on her way very, very soon, as is the Autobot Brothers. Yes, that chap, thank you very much. I'm going to be doing a response to a Team Decepticon video tomorrow. It'll be up tomorrow, which I haven't done yet, which is the love-hate thing. So I definitely do that tomorrow, because I said I would and I didn't, and I'm very sorry. Excuse me, dear boy, but didn't be on the way tomorrow. So this guy, because he is a triple changer, and I love a triple changer. You like my shirt? I like your jeans. I love a triple changer. This guy is already in his tertiary mode, in his transport mode, and you can see that it looks pretty convincing. Okay, if it's anything else, it's a big old cybernetic wasp, but hey, look at that. Fucking lovely thing. Really nice. George got me this. Didn't he? I think you did, Georgie, didn't you? This is the Fox Kid repaint, which is much better than the original. It's kind of a black and red and gold with turquoise stuff. Beast Wars Transmetal Deluxe Predacon. After the Quantum Surge, Waspinator became a mech-out armored wasp with the ability to change into a fighter jet as well as a biogenetically enhanced robot. His personality, however, did not change much. He's still high-tempered, Waspinator, aggressive and dangerous when angered. Only now Waspinator is faster, armed with a much more toxic stinger, and more driven in his mission to wipe out the Maximals forever. Is this the same Waspinator who ends up defunct and in piles of slag at the end of every episode? I think so. Have a look at this. So I really do prefer this color. You see, he does look like a jet, albeit it's not really fleshed out here. That's what he's missing. No landing gear. I'll tell you what, I'm living with the no landing gear thing. At least we're not talking Generation 1 landing gear, which you have to detach and hold on to. So, nice looking thing. You know, he's got the rear fans and he's got the proper cockpit. Lots of stuff that makes him look like a wasp underneath, but it doesn't matter because it's successful. He's only a deluxe. He's only a deluxe. So, in theory, it could have been a really shit tertiary mode, transport mode, third mode, whatever. It could have been absolutely horrendous. But it isn't. It really works. It absolutely completely works. Completely works. Love it. Look at it. He's right in the rear there. Look at his ass. You can see his little hemorrhoids there. It's nice. Now, let's just take him to Wasp mode, which is where we're going to go next. Yes, congratulations these guys on Hasbro on this boy. I love this Waspinator shit. I like the fact that the Transmetal 2s have that stuff written on them. It's really cool. So you just form his wings. Look at this. Sorry, I'm a bad man for not showing you that. Look at that. That is a lovely thing. That satisfies me incredibly in an odd way that I can't really explain. To do that, to form the jet wing to the wasp wing like that, I like that very much. Then you build his little his legs, which are very nice, and then you give him his rear legs, which are very traditional kind of Waspinator type things. And again, like I say, I do. Oh, that came out. I do prefer this color because I mean he is waspy colors in this, where he wasn't really initially before. This is the Fox Kids repaint. So I imagine it's slightly rare, but only slightly. and you can open up his jaws like that. Look at that. It's a cybernetic wasp. Of course it is. Is it anything other than a cybernetic wasp? It certainly is not. And I'm very, very pleased. He'll even, these bad boys will flap like that. Look. Oh, he's lovely. I want another one of these to display him in that mode as well. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. It's fantastic. There clearly displayed is the Waspinator insignia. Very nice. Predacon. Gorgeous colors here. Look at that. Oh, shiny. Transmetal black. You don't often see transmetal black. There's his little stinger. His legs are great. See that kind of leg thing? I love that. I love that. I love that. I'm saying he's better than the first Waspinator because he just is. He looks a whole bunch better. And he's much more playable and much more posable. Nice! I want this to be short because I've made a few long ones recently. So let's transform him, get him into his bot mode. This is a nice looking thing also. Oh, he is. They've really, sometimes they just really get it right. Well, I think they just kind of got it right with this guy. I love the way his arms transform. They come out like that. Very nice. And this, what was the sting, comes out like this, and it forms a really cool sword. And it's not a crap looking thing in the way that so many of these. I mean, you can actually keep it in the stinger. You can keep it there so you don't have to if you're not bothered about trying to place it and trying to have him hold it. But it looks fine in. There we go. This is arms up out of the way. Yes. He'll happily hold it in the beast position, which is kind of in its abdomen, and it looks fine there. But alternatively, what I like to do, and what you really should do with it because it looks good, it makes this kind of sword thing. Now these arms, rather the wings, you can give them a bit of a fold down. You can have them up like that. You can have them up like that. I tend to like to put them out of the way because I don't think this guy will walk around with his wings just kind of out. They'll be a little impractical just to have them out all the time. So I like to have them folded down somewhat. We'll just arrange his arms first of all. Now these which are the insect legs. There is a little bit of damage limitation to be done here, but do you know what? In an emergency, they work really quite well. You can get some very nice kibble going on. It looks a little messy. It looks a little messy initially until you get them into the hand, and you realize that lots of kibble that we've had in the past, like the Beast Wars Transmetal 2 Black Arachnia, just works really well in some of these bots, and I think it works well in this guy. So have a look. This is pretty much him. You see his arms are really tidy. That to me is not kibble because he can use this to fly, so that's fine. Yeah, why not? Now you take this. Oh, so I said it was a sword, but it's not. It doesn't really pin on him like a sword. It's this kind of odd electro side weapon. I can't remember the exact name of it, but it goes into his hand, and I suppose it functions more than anything like a gun. Let me just check the images of them that I have. I'm pretty sure that's the way it goes. Yeah, it's some kind of gun. It would have been nice if he could have held it vertically instead of horizontally like a sword. But the only way you can get them to do that is to pin it to the inside of that arm like that. So you've got this kind of affair going on. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's fine. Oh, I've got his fist on it. No, it's fist. You can also pin it to the outside. So that's fine. We can do that. Look at his little Waspinator face. He has a real quintessential Waspinator face. He's got the wasp eyes, those compound eyes that they have, which I think is so cool. And unlike some other of the kind of insect formers, you don't take bits off his legs and attach them as missiles, which I'm fine with because it was more of a hindrance than anything else. But he has a standard range of movement for deluxe, but he's probably a little more posable just because of the fact that he's got all this these additional arms and legs or whatever you want to call them. You can arrange them slightly so you get them out of the way to the rear, but then see my problem is once you get them to the rear, you start apologizing for them, and that's when they start to become kibble. So, in my advice would be to try and make use out of them and have them come to the fore because it's these insect legs. I always think look really good in a bot, especially if you display them properly. See, you stick them to the back like that, and they just look like kibble, and it doesn't look any better. So get them to the front because they could be, he could use them to great effect. You can imagine a battle or something like that. He can use his little additional arms, and who knows? He's got six of them. Why not? I want to know the name of this thing. I don't know what it is. Doesn't really matter. Look at his little face again. Very nice. Little ugly Waspinator insectoid face. It's cool. Oh, he's lovely. He is a nice thing. This is probably the best um, trouble changing deluxe from the Transmetal era. I think I'm right in that. Um, I have to say that I think Tarantulas' bike mode is pretty cool. It's a little daft, and you wouldn't really know what it is. Where this guy, you would know that he was a jet at least. That doesn't really matter. But definitely my favorite tertiary mode, additional mode of any of the Transmetal 2s. So there we go. So tomorrow I will be answering the redoubtable and very handsome Team Decepticon for their love-hate video. I'm going to have a little think about it while I'm off on my rounds tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the rest of your bank holiday such as it is. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.